my channel. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel. This is Encouragers ASMR. Encouragers ASMR. Encouragers ASMR. I'm so grateful to have you be able to join us today. Today we're going to be taking a look at some videos I've taken from a recent trip. We were able to fly to a few different places, and so I'd like to share that with you. So, when we open though, I would like to share a really cool Bible verse that these remind me of. These are some videos that we've taken from the plane, and Nahum 1:3 NIV version says that the Lord is slow to anger, but great in power. The Lord will not leave the guilty unpunished. His way is in the whirlwind and the storm, and clouds are the dust of his feet. I like that. And clouds are the dust of his feet. So I want to share some videos with you from our trip. So this is some videos that we have here momentarily. 1 second. We have some clouds to share with you. So this first one here is flying through the clouds, and you can see this little bit of turbulence with the plane, and you can see some clouds coming through. The plane is dropping through the clouds. There's some mountains below with lots of puffy clouds on the top, blowing by, quietly blowing by, soft and fluffy clouds blowing by. You can see how they are. They look so soft. Okay. Sometimes it's helpful to get a new perspective and to be able to see through the clouds. So let's watch this one again and to see how sometimes in life things can seem really dark and scary. Not sure what's going on or where you are. And you can pray for perspective, for vision, for hope. And you can get a peek through the clouds to see where you're at. And get your bearings and have peace below the storm while it rages around you. Because you can pray and trust God will get you through whatever it is. He'll be with you. And it reminds me of this here. The plane coming through the clouds. Okay, the next one I'd like to share with you is the clouds. And you can kind of see the ground beneath it. There's like a little bit of layers of clouds. And then below it there's like the ground. It looks kind of surreal. Or like an old video game where you've got like only a couple layers that they're trying to make it look like it's three-dimensional. You get these little puffy clouds. Clouds are the dust of his feet. 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 You can see more of the ground coming through. More of the ground coming through. And some of the light on the top of the mountains. Some of the rippled shadows of the ground. You can see the mountains underneath. coverage over the ocean. Or an ocean of clouds. Let's put it that way, an ocean of clouds. You can see them slowly moving by. We're going like probably 500 miles an hour with lots of puffy clouds. Almost like there's some arches in there. Like you can see some arches from the clouds. Very puffy clouds. Very puffy clouds. You can see some gateway through the clouds. Some light on the top. Some shadows. Shadows around the puffy clouds that makes them puffy. Soft. It might be raining in the clouds. It might be raining in the clouds. It might be raining in the clouds. We don't know. We don't know if it's raining in the clouds. You can see some sunlight coming through. Some shadows. Some little puffy shadows coming through. You can see some rays of light and some puffy clouds. Puffy clouds. Puffy clouds. And then you can imagine what it'd be like to reach out and touch the clouds. Are they cool? Are they warm? Do they feel wet? Are they soft? Does it feel like fog? Does it feel like walking through fog? I'll just share another one with you. So this one was like in the cloud. We're coming in the cloud. It's very white, very light, very bright. Coming into the darker parts of the clouds and coming in between them. Seeing layers upon layers of clouds with them. Lights reflecting on the clouds in the back. And you can see all the green below. You can see all the green below. Must be very rainy there. You can see all the trees, like little darker spots on the ground, and some water reflecting in the background. With some water reflecting in the background. Lots of layers of clouds. Neat layers of clouds. The plane is gliding through the air. Gliding through the air. Gliding through the air. It's going somewhere. Do you know where it's going? It's going through the clouds. You can see some of the faster moving clouds are closer to the plane. Some of the bigger ones are farther away. The bigger ones farther away don't look like they're moving as fast. It's called parallax. Where it looks like you have faster moving things in the front, slower moving things in the back. Gives it a sense of dimension. Got lots of puffy clouds in the front. Some flat sheets of clouds in the back. And some water sneaking through on the ground. And some rivers and waters and lakes and things. You can see how green everything is. And moist everything looks. Oh, it looks like they've just had some fresh rain. All the clouds coverage. Lots of puffy little clouds. Puffy little clouds. Puffy little clouds. Lots of water below. From the clouds. From the rain. From the clouds. From the rain. Sometimes it's nice just to watch the clouds go by from the comfort of inside the cabin. You get to see all the beauty without being outside, where it's probably freezing. There's a lot less air pressure. Our doing ASMR if I was inside of the cabin with all the windows down. We'd probably have an emergency situation. The masks would drop, and we could pull an inflatable life preserver from under our seat. The seat itself can act as a flotation device in the unlikely event of a water landing. In the unlikely event of a water landing. Unlikely event of a water landing. I have not had to use any of the emergency safety jackets and flotation devices on a plane, thankfully. So that was the clouds in between. I have to share some rolling hills with you. So this, I believe this is on our approach to Oakland. There's Silicon Valley coming up, I believe, and so there's a lot of, in contrast to the previous videos where we go to Charlotte, Nashville, and I flew into Dallas, but this one here is Oakland. Is very dry. This part of California is getting dry again. We had a lot of rain earlier. It sounds like we might get more rain with El Nino. El Nino. We'll be getting a little bit more rain potentially. So it's really nice to have all the water recently from all the rain. We had lots of green for a little while. Now it's all brown. There's some green trees in there. You can see some green. Little specks on the ground as the trees. And then there's some lakes and stuff still. Yeah, you can see a city in the background. It's probably San Jose. As we're going up to Oakland in California. And then here's another set of clouds. I think this is a little bit earlier when we were going up from Long Beach. So this is just over the hills, probably past the Grapevine, where it gets all dry and stuff in California. So you can see the rays of light coming from the clouds. Lots of rays of light coming from the clouds. Some shadows. You can see how the shadows are made by the clouds, with rays of light coming through, and the sun reflecting off the tops of the clouds makes it light and reflecty. I am not sponsored by Southwest. I am not sponsored by Southwest. This was a Southwest flight, and I am not sponsored by Southwest. But you can see the clouds, and below you can see some agriculture. That's with the darker looking on the ground where things are watered. It's really interesting too. On this video, you can see there's a part where there's like a reflective, like creek or something down below where the light comes from. And you can see like the light reflecting off of the water below, where everything else is dry. And you can see the shadows of the clouds coming. It always amazes me how big the clouds are. You can see the entire little town there being engulfed by a shadow from a cloud. It's a big cloud. It's a cloud city. Clouds are the dust of his feet. Dust of his feet. Dust of his feet. Dust of his feet. So you can see the sun glistening off the wing. The sun glistening off the wing. Sun glistening off the wing. this next one I want to share with you is the takeoff from Long Beach. Sometimes in life it's really good to pray and get good new perspective, to see a situation from a different place. So this one is a little bit longer of a video. You can see us bouncing down the runway. You can see the mirrors and reflections in the buildings. A little bit more clear. Not as many clouds there. Not as many clouds in Long Beach Airport. You can see it's picking up speed. I always like the part where the plane starts to take off and you start to get a different perspective on the world around you. The cars and the roads and the houses and the buildings start to get smaller and smaller. They look like little models. It's always interesting to think how many people you can see at one time when you're looking out the window. And you can see all the little tiny cars. I like to say a prayer. Ask God to bless them. You don't know what they're going through. They could be going through a really hard time. They could be commuting from work. They could be on their way to pick up their pet from a pet sitter. They could be on their way to go play a game of golf. There's a golf course there. They could be people inside the houses that are studying, keep taking care of elders and their grandparents. There could be somebody in the bakery baking something. There's some people working in some office buildings, filing some paperwork. There's some ships and things out back. There could be some people out there. There's trains below. They could be loading up trains and getting ready for shipping all of their stuff out. Traveling around in the country from the ground. I always like to wonder what are people doing here? What are they thinking about? What's important to them? Up here it seems like there's thousands of people below. Does anyone think that this moment, is anyone else thinking that this moment is special? Is there anyone else out there that's not just zoned out in traffic or doing their job, that they can think, wow, today's the day that the Lord has made, and I will rejoice. I'll rejoice and be glad in it. Are the people out there rejoicing? Are they being glad? What are they thinking about? They wonder why this plane's flying over. Just amazing to think, like, how many roads there are down there, how many people in cars, how many people are out there walking their dog, taking their dog for a walk. Is anybody bird watching? Do they see a plane? Do they wonder what's in the plane? How many snack bags? How many complimentary snack bags? I am not sponsored. I'm not sponsored by Nahum. Not sponsored. You can see the beach below as well. There's like some clouds that are working away all the way around the hills. A peppering of clouds. There's a peppering of clouds. You can see some mountains in the distance from like islands and things. You can see the mountains in the distance. You can see the water, dark and blue, a little bit of green. You can see clear skies above. My mom said she was a stewardess on a plane, and she used to say, it always seems like there's a storm. It's dark and rainy outside, but when you get the plane and you fly above the clouds, there's blue skies up there. So she said basically whenever there's a storm, I just have to remember that there's always blue skies above. It's not always stormy everywhere. That's what you can think about life too. What do the waves sound like? That was my attempt at waves. I don't know if that was I don't think I was doing the waves justice. Although you probably cannot hear them from up there, so I probably did them more than justice from that perspective. Probably did them more than justice from that perspective. So, I also brought some things to share with you. Some sounds while we're watching these videos. I have a couple more videos to share with you. I don't have a lot more to share from this trip. So the next one is going to be... This is from Nashville. We're taking off from Nashville. the shadow of the plane too. Is the plane getting smaller? The trees getting bigger? It's always hard to hold the camera still when it's landing. Very hard to hold the camera still when it's landing. I'll try to do some of them. I'll try to do some of the 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 num 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 num. I'll try to do some of the I'll try to do some of the I'll try to do some of the stabilization, stabilization, stabilization. I'll see if I can do some of the stabilization. Okay, the last one I want to share with you. The last one I want to share with you is that coming into Oakland, flying into Oakland, you can see all the bay. You can see how the bay, some of the cities that we have around there are like, this is the San Francisco Bay Area. There's different cities that are around there. Different cities. Different cities. Flying into Oakland. Flying over places like Fremont or Milpitas. Union City, Hayward, San Lorenzo, San Leandro. And across the way you can see like Mountain View or San Mateo. And eventually you'll be able to see San Francisco when we land. I'll share with you a photo there. After we land you can see San Francisco skyline. But the different freeways, it's probably 880 right there, and a bunch of warehouses and creeks. I see some creeks and some marshlands. There is a really cool park you can go to in the marshlands called Coyote Hills. Coyote Hills, where you can see like marsh birds, egrets, and things like that. It's a neat place to go. It's a neat park to go to. It's right there off of Dakota. Highway 880. It's all marshlands. So you can see like birds and things. They might have wombats. You might be able to see some wombats. There's some bridges you can see there. 84, 92. Different bridges you can go to. Go to different bridges. They go over the whole water. Little roads that go over the water. You see lots of marshlands, lots of water. It's very wet show you a photo of that. Let me show you a photo. Show you a photo. Show you a photo of that. Show you a photo. Show you a photo. Let's see what we have at. The photo. There, you can see the photo. You can see the photo. You can see the photo. Photo. San Francisco skyline from the Oakland side. You can see how it looks. You can see how it looks. What do you think? Let me know if you like the traveling videos. Your comments. Let me know what you think. Do you like? Are there any favorite places that you visited? Have you ever flown through a cloud? That was really interesting. I'd love to hear from you. Just want to let you know that I'm so grateful for you. 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 You are loved. You are loved. You are loved.